games aren't always born from trophies. They're born out from schools ascending to new heights at the same time and finding the other guy standing in the way of their ultimate goal. It's time to find out who's going to get run over this time. The Vols will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Nestles it in at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Makes the catch. It's April. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The give to the back. There he goes. Picks up the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10 meetings, with Florida not getting a W in the series until 1954.
And there was a period of time, Reese, in this rivalry that the game not only had SEC championship implications, but national championship implications too. You think back to the heyday of this rivalry in the late 90s. Danny Werfel going up against Peyton Manning. We played the Vols, and we had games that were won in overtime. We had games that went down to 2-minute drives. There was so much NFL talent on the field, and it was such a competitive and physical game every single year.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They are going to try to get that established in this game.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Off play action. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. He leaves it with his back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. gun. Give on the inside. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they take a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Wants to go up top on first down. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The play-action fake. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
And the Vols will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being turning it on. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
Big-time rivalry game in the great state of Utah today, gentlemen. BYU and Utah, Cougars and Utes, and here is the very latest. BYU was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Cougars performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the back. Going to swing it on second down. Finds his back in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. I wonder a lot of times why teams don't run this route more often. It's an impossible matchup for the defense.
Linebacker on running back. I'm going to lose that matchup a lot, but a nice job by the running back selling to the flats just enough to get that inside space to open up, make the catch, and start getting down the field.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They'll try the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Gators have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
Here's the pressure. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They boot it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And I love the angle route, whether it's man or zone. If you throw it with timing and you wait for it to develop, most of the time it's going to come open. Great job by the quarterback seeing it, hitting the running back.
Got his man quickly. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half.
And he's tackled at the 41. That's a first down for the offense.
And they spike it to stop the clock. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, Florida-Tennessee never disappoints. We figured this could be a dynamite matchup all week, and it has delivered.
The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's going. And the returner will be dragged down. So here is the Tennessee offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Stumbled to the ground. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Fires to the middle. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Gonna let it fly. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and And then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Power football with the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. West Virginia sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Morgantown. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
He leaves it with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Makes the grab.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 35, he's loose. To the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got a man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Vols come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snags it over the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly complete. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll run it from the gun. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Ellington. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Gonna run it. It's April. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back has it. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. And the Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. To the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Vols kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers! On to attempt to try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the tailback. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Big fullback's got it. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. The give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Gators need to pick it up on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Ellington. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. Ball is at the 35, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They get the win. They are now